Okay guys, now we got to install the valve lifters or the cam followers, and it asks us to lubricate them slightly. So again, just a little bit of oil on there. You want to spread that around. And that oil does two things. It cleans, lubricates. Also, it can help keep it in place. Now remember, it's up here in this hole here. This one is the exhaust, so I'm going to put it on this side here, the exhaust side, and see if it stays there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I got the little spacer. Put it on the exhaust. I got my push rod. Again, give it a little shot of oil on the mating parts. I'm going to slide it in the proper hole. And I know it's a proper hole when I push the push rod down, the cam follower goes up and vice versa, back and forth. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Okay, I'm going to push it up and put a little pressure there so it stays there, it doesn't fall. Then I'm going to put my rocker arm in place. My rocker arm can go in two different ways. You don't want to make a mistake. See this little ball section there? It goes right on top of my push rod there. So I'm going to remove my jam nut and my adjusting nut. I'm going to place that on there, holding the keeper from moving. Cam follower. Put my adjusting nut on there. Just leave it loose because we're going to have to adjust it later. Put my nut on there. Don't tighten these. Just put them on my hand for now. Okay, that's the exhaust side. So the exhaust side, I put the cam follower in. I put the push rod in. I put the spacer on the valve. I put the rocker arm on, my adjusting nut, then my jam nut. Everything's loose right now. One more thing before we put things away for the day. The torque wrench. I left it at my last torque, which was 24 pounds in this one. I can't leave it under tension. Anybody who uses a torque wrench, as you bring it up to tension, you notice it gets tighter and tighter. We're compressing a spring in here. What that is that spring is under tension. If I leave that under tension all the time and leave it there for a couple days, if I need a lower setting, that spring will not expand to its original position. So what we need to do is lower the tension on this torque wrench to zero. We call it zeroing a torque wrench. Make sure your teacher sees this, and then you can put this away. Torque wrenches can be expensive. Like this one is expensive. It's a few $100s. It's not a Canadian Tire special. This is a specialty torque wrench for people in the trade. Okay, so this is the end of section 6. So just to review, I got my two cam followers in the engine block. I got the connecting rod or push rod in. I got the rocker arms in, jam nut and adjusting nut. And remember, I lubricated these before I installed them, and that lubricating oil is help keeping it up inside the engine block, okay? I'm also checking to see that it works freely, okay? And I'm pushing it up as best I could. So that's the end of section 6. At the beginning of section 7, I'm going to start installing all this side cover business.